What's up, guys? It's Robert here from God Fearing Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. Give me a like, comment, subscribe. It will really help us out to get this channel up there more and more and more as we get more and more subscribers and more views. But happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And as you guys know, usually during this season, Valentine's Day is one of the most heartbreaking, depressing seasons that we have as a world, I guess, or even as a country in America, because of the rates of people are single and stuff, so they feel depressed because they don't have anyone and stuff like that, right? So I want to show you guys a video of me that was 2 years ago to this day, and it's gonna be a very very vulnerable video and something that I said even in the same video I'm about to share that I would never share it with anyone, and here I am, right? So I want you guys, if you are heartbroken, if you're really really depressed because of a breakup or something like that, I really want you guys to see my authentic self, that it all happens to us. So let me show you guys the video real quick. And by the way, guys, I'm not gonna show the entire thing because it is 9 minutes long. So yeah, but I'll show a small portion of it.
I just thought you were the one, you know? I didn't I didn't think anything else. I didn't know if anyone else. I didn't think of anybody else. Yeah, I made my mistakes. I've done some good things. I just thought in my heart that you could be the one. And I didn't think you were ignoring me because you got somebody else again. I'm so sorry for everything. I just hate you.
So there it is, right? Um, yeah, this was recently 2 years ago. I had gone through not a breakup, but I thought I had essentially a friend of mine who was in high school. We were in high school together, and we were really really close friends. I thought she was the one, and there's a whole story behind it, guys. So if you guys want me to like give a little bit of that testimony, I'll gladly do it. But yeah, I thought she was gonna be the one for me to get married and have kids, and she was gonna be the end all be all, right? And well, I found out that she started ghosting me for about a month, and on February 14th of 2022, she posts a picture of her with a new man. And I remember being with my grandparents, and I saw it on Instagram, and when I saw it I knew that I was with them, so I had to hold it together. And once I saw it, I was like, I gotta leave, and I left. And that's when I came home and I filmed this video, and I started to really like destroy the wood that we have outside, and I just started going hammer on it. And then for some reason, I decided to sit down and record myself crying. And I've never shown it to anybody, but now I'm showing it to all of you. And I want y'all to know that there is hope for you if you're heartbroken. And I'm gonna go over three different reasons that we can implement so we can all be better and have the healing process be easier. It's never going to be easy, but how can we make the healing process easier and faster and quicker, right? Through the word and through the Lord. So point number one we'll go over is, the first point that I would say is pray and cry. Pray and cry. Why do I say that? Well, prayer is essentially the most important thing that we can do in our faith, right? Because it's our direct line of communication to God, right? So when you're heartbroken, the first thing you want to do is pray. Why? Because that's when the Lord hears you the most, right? A quick Bible verse that I can show you guys is one of my favorite verses as of late is Psalms 34, verse 18, and it says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. So when you're broken, right, and you have a difficult time, the best thing to do is to pray and get closer to God. Why? Because even when you're already heartbroken, guess what? He's already closer to you. He's already closer to you because he's near to the brokenhearted and those crushed in the spirit, right? So prayer and cry, prayer and grief, because sometimes, especially as men, we don't take the time to grieve. And even though it might seem as a small circumstance, it is a very, very important thing to do to grieve, right? Jesus wept as well. So if he cried, why am I not going to cry, right? And to other people, it might seem like a small thing, like, oh, it's just this person, or it's just a girl, or it's just a guy. But no, it hurts. It really does hurt. It doesn't just come. It doesn't come all of a sudden and you get over it within a day. No, when you spend time with a person, you spend valuable time with them, you tend to, really get to like them more. And especially we do that with friends, we do that with people that we find attractive. We do it with a bunch of people, right? We want to hang out with them more and stuff like that. So that those feelings don't just go away overnight. So don't expect them to. Don't expect them to, right? So prayer and grief, right? That would be the most important thing I would say at first when starting out, right? Prayer and grief. And one quick Bible verse that I want to show you guys is First John verse 4, um, verse 8. Okay. So here's the loving one another. Dear friends, let us continue to love one another, for love comes from God. Anyone who loves is a child of God and knows God. But anyone who does not love does not know God, for God is love. So if God is love, why are we not going to draw near to the source of love, right? So love is the source. So let's draw closer one day at a time, little by little, to the Lord, because He is love at the end of the day. The love that you're feeling right now, the brokenness that you feel right now, it doesn't last forever. It's not eternal, but God is eternal, right? God is eternal. So pray about it, continue crying. But then, once you do that and you're done, don't take too long, right? The next step would be to get up. Get up out of that bed, get up out of that couch, whatever you're doing, get up. The reason is because, well, when you get up, now you're up, right? So we need to be able to stand up and move forward. So the second point is get up. Now, how do you get up, right? What are you supposed to do to get up? The first thing I would say is get up and go to church. Simple as that. Get up and go to church because that's where the Lord dwells in, right? And we want to be where the presence of the Lord dwells. So make it a point to go at least once a week. Go on a Sunday. Today's Valentine's Day. I know those churches open on Wednesdays. Go on a Wednesday. Go on a Saturday. Whenever you can, you should at least go once a week because that's where the Lord dwells, right? Second, start reading your word, man. Start reading your word. Start reading your words. Get closer to the Lord by studying His word, doing it every day, daily devotional, whatever it is. Just start off. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just start off, right? And lastly, I would say is authentic community. So when I was starting this off, right, I didn't exactly have the most godly of friends. And now I do, right? Now I have great friends. And because of them, because they're running towards where I want to run to God, right? It's made it even better for my experiences with the Lord, for them to hold me accountable, for me to hold them accountable, for me to have friends that I know want the best interest for me, right? Don't just want me for something because they're running to God, right? So find authentic community, and the way you do that is really you go to church, right? Honestly, that's how I found my godly friends. Go to church. I'm pretty sure there's other friends you can trust that may not be godly, but still, the most important thing is having authentic community, having people that you trust, and having people that follow God. If you can find friends like those, when you find friends like those, go out and do that to the best of your ability. Why? Because if God is love, right? And Jesus says, "No love has a man greater than this, than to love one for his friends." Then guess what? Why would we not want to do that, right? So John 15 verse 13, there is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. No greater love. So if Jesus had friends and he had a good godly friends, what makes you any different? Right? What makes you any different from actually trusting people around you, right? We're not meant to do life alone, right? It's not good for man to be alone. So go out and don't be giving yourself a pity party, right? You have to get out of this hole. I tell everybody, the longer you stay down and you don't get up, guess what's going to happen? The longer you're prolonging what God already has for you, what God already promised for you, right? And I know we all want to have spouses eventually one day, but the first thing we have to get ourselves straight in order first, not to be at this point where we're at now a year from now, right? A year later, right? And lastly, the last point I want to add is move forward. Move forward. Now, I know this is going to be a tough one, especially in the moment if you're really broken, if you're really brokenhearted. But guess what? When you get up, you have to move forward. And that's walking with steps, right? Walk one by one by one by one. Now, walking forward means you're going to start seeing you're going to start seeing the tunnel, right? Go through it. Don't have any distractions. Now, how you do that is the person that broke you or is breaking you, you have to be able to delete old pictures, old videos, old things that are in your head that remind you of them. You have to start that process of elimination, so to speak. I know it is hard, but you have to, because the reason being for it, when you start to do that, all of a sudden, you don't wake up thinking about her. You don't go to sleep thinking about her. You start doing all these little things that will help you to recover faster. When you're able to recover faster, the Lord gives you what's promised even faster, right? So don't be looking at old pictures, videos, and stuff like that, because it's going to affect your brain and it's going to affect your mind. And especially during this process, you have to really, really, really hone in on Him first before anything, and really try to get your mind as good, as healed as possible, as fast as possible. And I believe these are 3 steps that we can all do to implement it. I know it's hard right now. I know it's very hard. I know you're breaking. I know whoever said this to you or whoever did that to you. I know it's something that you just can't fathom a year from now. You can't think of anyone else, right? You didn't think you're probably thinking right now you're not gonna find anyone else ever again, But it's not true. It's not true. Let's start the healing process. Let's not stay down there. Because if we're honest, guys, no one's going to come to your rescue besides the Lord, right? So go to Him, right? Nobody's going to feel bad for you because people have gone through this too, right? And people have healed from it. I myself am a testament to it. So many people are a testament to it, right? So let's get up. Let's pray in grief. Pray that. Pray in grief for a little bit. Let's get up and let's move forward. So we can endure. We can endure the circumstances of what we're going through, and we can see the vision that God has for us through this brokenheartedness. So that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and give me a like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys think. What do you guys thought about this video? I'm getting a bunch of new other equipment soon, so we're gonna start to really, really hone in better quality. So we'll do that, and yeah, let me know what you guys want me to cover next. If you guys want me to cover certain videos, culture commentary, whatever it is, you just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll go ahead and probably do that for you guys. All right. Well, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Until then, stay God-fearing.